we can upload it.
Okay. So good morning, everyone. My name is Angie Mize. I'm the interim purchasing manager for the city. We also have our purchasing team here, Anda Upchurch, Venona McGee, and Alicia Ducote. And this is how to do business with the city of Grand Prairie. The city purchases everything from office supplies to janitorial services, fire engines, paper clips, everything to use for city business. I hope this information provides a shortcut to understanding our basic policies and procedures. Our mission in finance and purchasing is to procure goods and services for the city departments effectively and timely, to comply with all state and federal laws, and to evaluate available opportunities in pursuit of optimizing taxpayers' money.
Angie, we're getting a lot of feedback. I don't know where it's coming from.
I don't either. I can hear it too. Is that better?
Yeah, that is better.
Okay, I turned down the volume.
Thank you.
Sorry. So how we purchase, we look at $3 amounts in the city to determine which avenue that we will take. Our small dollar purchases are anything under $3,000. They do not require that the departments get quotes, but we encourage them to compare prices. Anything under $250, we encourage them to use their procurement card. Then anything from $3,000 to $49,999 requires a minimum of 3 quotes obtained by the departments. They can request this via phone or email or phone or email. We don't use fax anymore, rarely. These are the 3 quotes. 2 of them must be hubs, which are historically underutilized businesses, women or minority owned businesses. And then the final one is anything over $50,000. We have to do a formal competitive sealed bid or proposal, which means we have to go out and advertise in the paper and on our third-party site called publicpurchase.com. We also use cooperative or interlocal purchasing and price agreements. Cooperative purchases are where other entities such as Buy Board, TASB, HGAC, which is Houston Galveston Area Council, they go out and do the bids for us, and then we just piggyback on their contracts. Interlocal purchasing is where other cities such as Arlington, Dallas, Fort Worth, Tarrant County, Dallas County, we use quite a few other cities' contracts. They do all the work and we just jump on their contracts and piggyback on their contracts. And then our price agreements are where we go out for bids and get an annual agreement, which can be from anywhere from 1 to 5 years, lasting 1 to 5 years. And some of our IT software are usually 10 years. Our internet website is www.gptx.org. You can find current bid opportunities there, as well as a listing of our current annual agreements. We also have a hub questionnaire out there. If you're a hub business, you can fill out that questionnaire and get on our list of hubs, internal hubs. And we also encourage you to register with publicpurchase.com to receive notification when we post bids. Public purchase is free to us and it is free to you. We started using publicpurchase.com last year when everyone was at home, working from home, and we had to find an avenue that was free to the vendor and free to purchasing in order to continue our city business. We still had to bid everything and make sure that all of our city services were online and working. So we found this third-party site for all of that. We post all of our formal bids there, and you can, when you sign up, you get notified of those bids if if that's one of your commodity or services. And any bid on there you'll get notified if we change anything or add anything to that bid. If you have any questions regarding the public purchase, we encourage you to reach out to vendor support. They have easy tools for updating and maintaining your information. To receive invitations for bid, as I stated earlier, sign up for public purchase. You'll get automatic notifications of bids and automatic notifications of any addenda. You can bid to our city office at 300 West Main Street. You can also request a copy of the bid at the purchasing fax at gptx.org or email the buyer that's listed in the bid notification. How to submit your bid. If you've received the bid documentations, you must read everything thoroughly and make sure what it states in there on how to submit it. Lately, everything we've asked for has been to be submitted through publicpurchase.com, but some we also allow for you to submit a hard copy directly to the city here at our office at 300 Main Street. But you also must read and make sure that you deliver it by the time and date shown in the solicitation, because any late bids are not accepted and will be returned to the vendor unopened. How we award bids. If it's an informal bid, the using department usually sends us all the backup documentation and enters a requisition, and we send the vendor a purchase order, and they place the order. Any sealed bids that the purchasing does, if it's over $50,000 total or cumulatively for the whole length of the contract, 1 to 5 years, then we must get city council approval before we award, and you will be asked to sign a contract with the city, and you will have to provide insurance. Requests for proposals are the same process. Proposals are a little different as we can negotiate the terms and price and services that we want with you. Sealed bids are not negotiated. And again, anything valued over $50,000 requires city council approval. As I stated earlier, you would be required to provide insurance to the city. We ask that for general liability, auto liability, and workers' comp for most of our contracts. Of course, anything that's just a commodity under $50,000, we only ask for general liability. But if you're going to do services on site on any city property, we would ask for general, auto, and workers' comp insurance. Some of our other higher ones, professional services, also ask for professional, I can't remember the name of it, but there's another insurance we require there too. Proof of coverage is provided in the form of a certificate of insurance from your carrier. Insurance must be reviewed and approved before any work can start. We encourage minority and woman-owned businesses to reach out to us and to submit bids and for items that we post. We want to include all of you, if you're a hub or minority, in the process. We do not certify you as a MWBE or hub. Those you can get certified by the state of Texas or other government agencies like NCT Venona. She's on mute.
She's on mute. It's the NCTCRA.
NCTCRA. You can get certified by that organization as well.
Sorry, tried to unmute.
It's okay. Thank you. What we expect from you as a vendor is to demonstrate honesty and integrity, to deliver quality products and services on time and as ordered, and to possess adequate facilities, equipment, materials, and labor force necessary to meet your obligations. Stephanie, yes, we accept Texas Hub certifications. Our construction projects are majority of them are issued through our Public Works Department, which is maintains its own bidder list. And I have Maxine Snow with the engineering department to speak on that. Maxine.
Thank you, Angie. The major projects, the public improvement projects, we're talking water lines, sewer lines, storm drains, road projects. The majority of them are considered capital projects and they go through a bid process. We post our bids on CivCast, CIVCAST. You can go on there and get any bids. We also advertise 2 Sundays in a row for the in the Fort Worth Star Telegram. You can check there also. You do not have to go to CivCast, but if you go to CivCast, you will be able to get a copy of the plans so that you know what you're bidding on. You'll also get the bid tab. We take our bids online through CivCast. We have 2 different types of bids, the low bid, of course, and we also do best value for the city, where we rank the construction companies based on prior jobs that they have done. Like if you're building a water tower, not everybody can build a water tower. You have to have previous experience, and that is included in the ranking process. We are also now recently, with the help of Miss Anda, going to some on-call contracts for some of the minor work, such as water main replacements, water line replacements, smaller jobs. Streets Department also does that. So they would go through the original process that Miss Angie was just talking about. We do require bonds. You have to have a maintenance bond, a performance bond, and a payment bond for the capital projects. You will also have to have basically a list of your employees so that we know that they're qualified to do the work also. That's about it.
Maxine, can you repeat the CivCast website?
It's www.civcast.com.
And it says civcastusa.com. Is that correct?
I don't know about the USA being on there. I will double check that.
That's what I found just now when I tried to look it up.
Okay, well then I'm sure she's right. It would be on the advertisement though, I can tell you that.
And you
I'll link-
advertise in the paper, in the Fort Worth Star Telegram.
Yes, ma'am, we do. It lists what's involved in the contract. If it's 5,000 feet of 12-inch water pipe, how many mains you're going to need, if you have to tear up the road, you know, it's pretty specific as general idea of what the contract is involved with.
Thank you, Max.
You're welcome.
And that concludes the presentation. Are there any other questions or comments that you would like answered at this time? Sorry, you broke up.
If I may,
Yes.
I have a couple of questions, if I may.
Yes.
Will this presentation be, like, can you email it to us? Can you send it to us, or is it going to be somewhere where we can view it again? There are several people that wanted to register, or how do I say it? Are trying to get in, or have been trying for the past 15 minutes, and they haven't been able to. So I was gonna see if I can help them, but I thought I'd ask that question.
Yes, I stated at the beginning, I don't know if you were on the call, that I am recording it. So once
Right.
we conclude I will email it to the participants that registered, and we will also post it on our website.
Ah, okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Angie, we have a question in the chat. How can a vendor seek opportunities under $3,000?
It's depending on what you sell or what service you provide. You could reach out to the departments. There's a listing on our website, gptx.org, of all the using departments. You could reach out to them. You could send us your information, like a sheet of what you do, and we could give that to them. You can send that to purchasingfacts@gptx.org, and we will forward it on to our end users.
Hi, Angie. I had a question. This is John Lopez.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So my question I get asked from time to time is that I'm a vendor. I feel that I met all the requirements, and then instead of me as a vendor calling like after the day after the deadline and asking, okay, was I selected? Was I selected? What do you recommend? And maybe you did cover it and I just missed it, but what after the deadline, typically, is it like within 30 days or so, you should, if you were awarded the bid or the contract, then you should receive something within 30 days. Is that correct? Or
Yes, it depends on what avenue it is, the dollar amount. If it's one that we bid and it's going to city council, we usually notify the unawarded and the awarded bidders the week before we go to city council for approval or award. If it's just an informal one, you should get one within a month. You should receive a purchase order. Informals, we don't notify the unawarded vendors. So if you want to, you can reach out to the person who solicited the bids, or reach out to purchasing and we can find out for you. But yes, you should hear something within 30 days. Maxine, do you have a different on construction?
Well, on the large construction jobs, we actually do it online. They open the bids online, so that if you made a bid, you're more than welcome to log on, listen to see who the winning bid is. We also follow back up with the winning bid and let them know, because we need them to start working on their bonds at that point, get them the final construction documents. Also, we post out a list of everybody that bid and what they bid. That really helps some of the smaller companies to see where they need to be competitive. And that is also available online.
Is that on the CivCast or on our website?
We've been going on CivCast.
Okay. Did that answer your question, Mr. Lopez?
yes, it did, and I did appreciate the contract, their process, sharing that, because that is important. I mean, especially the different contractors that want to participate. I mean, that sometimes they're like, okay, I thought I did a good bid, but then it kind of shows them the process, and so I do appreciate us sharing that information as well.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Are there any other questions, comments? Okay, if there are no more questions, I appreciate and thank you for joining us today, and look forward to meeting you in the future. Have a good day.
Thank you.